channel. Getting a late start today, had some rain. We're getting gassed up here. We're going to head to Lake Ozark, Harley Davidson, and then head over and start doing our stop for the Mid America HOG Rally. We was going to go to the flat track race tonight, but they've got canceled, so anyways, sit back and enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. I don't know.
It's so sketchy.
This is awesome. I'm gonna go across and get a picture first. Yeah, I don't know.
My dad, your great grandpa, and I said, now what's in here? And I got to buy it. I knew y'all got it.
I've always wanted to stop here.
I'm so glad. Yeah, the big rocket chair, yeah.
Oh my gosh, Wonder Bread. I remember Wonder Bread.
Right?
George, I don't know if you guys talked to George, but he read all my dad's books and stuff, so he's better, you know. But I was just like, I got back because I had to try to talk louder over the kids, but I tried to just let them talk. You know, they just gotta be kids. They don't know. But yeah,
What's up, folks? How you doing?
All right, how are you?
Beautiful. Welcome aboard. Y'all make yourselves at home. Have a look around.
Appreciate that.
Shoot, yeah, I'm about ready to do it myself. Get a full belly after lunch. I ain't worth a hoot, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't take much because I ain't worth much before that
I hear you.
either.
yeah, I get it. So anyway, so we went to Dollar General because I was going to give it to Dollar General, right? So we went to Dollar General. Here, George.
Wonderful.
Oh, I'm hot, you guys.
Man, this would be a killer place to have like a little, like, just a, like, Saturday night.
Like a get together kind of thing?
Yeah. I say we sit down here for, this is awesome.
Download the free Upside app now to earn 5 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code ZOOM25 for 25 cents per gallon bonus from the Air Services Heating.
A spotty shower and thunderstorm as we head into the evening. Otherwise, mostly clear and quiet overnight tonight. Turning cooler too. With some areas of fog by morning. Low of 62. Sunday, some fog. Otherwise, look for mostly sunny skies.
This report is sponsored by WhatsApp. On WhatsApp, your personal messages stay private. So things like those selfies from last weekend's party, stay between you and your bestie. Because on WhatsApp, your personal messages are yours. No one else can see or hear them. Not even us. Privately with everyone.
We've entered our playlist to keep you feeling good.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you.
Very much.
We needed that.
I mean, there were some groups that wanted to eat, but I
Yeah.
just thought I'd do it all 3 days because today's the
Yeah.
last day, right? Yeah.
Technically, yeah. I mean, it does go to like noon tomorrow, but that's nothing probably really going on. So
Yeah, because like I figured I'd cook for 3 days, and I was like, I'm done. My
Yeah.
niece was leaving. I said, you take all the rest of this with you because I'm done.
yeah,
But I mean, we still have like snacks and
sure.
ice cream, and you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So watermelon. But I just thought I'd throw in the burgers and stuff, and there's
Yeah.
quite a bit left today.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, well, she can take it home.
Yeah.
She's got kids, and
There you go.
you know what I'm saying. I don't
Yeah.
want it to go to waste. So.
Yeah.
What made you start this?
So this was my dad's. My dad. This was my dad's. So it's been in my family about 50 years. My aunt and uncle bought it when there was no gas station. So the original gas station burnt down in 1955.
Oh, wow.
And so the only thing left on the property is the garage out there, the house, and the feed store back by the pavilion. My dad wanted to move a 100-year-old gas station when he bought it from aunt and uncle. They just used it for like farm because it was 40 acres.
Running
and then,
cattle.
Yeah, they just sectioned it off. So my dad wanted to move a 100-year-old gas station. Uncle said, no, me and my son will build you one. It was my dad's sister's husband and son, which I like that better because it's family.
Yeah,
Right?
that's cool.
So he wanted a 1930s gas station. If you look in Dad's office, you'll see a picture, black and white, with Renegade Mason. Those are the original owners that had it at first. And then someone came to George, and their family was out here when it was like 1930s or something like that. And they were, when that was a gas station, they were taking pictures, and they came and shared them with us. And we didn't know that the old motor court that was here was called Camp Gay Parita. So it was actually built by Fred and Gay Mason. That's why it's called Gay Parita.
Yeah.
It was named after her, and then the area was Parita. So my dad, he decided he wanted to keep the same name because, of course, it was a Sinclair station, and it was built by Fred and Gay Mason. So anyway, Uncle and my cousin built that, and then he had a shirt shop, pavilion, and he got sick about 2014, and I promised him I'd come and take care of my mom, and then she passed away 4 months after my dad. So we had to close down until I sold my house, quit my job, and we could get here, and we got here 2016. 2016, I drug George with me from Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, wow.
And it's fabulous. And then we decided we were going to just start doing, that we were going to start doing flower beds and gardens and all that stuff. So my dad didn't have all the flower beds and stuff with it, so.
Where did you come across the antiques?
So my dad collected most of this stuff.
Oh,
People would
wow.
just bring him stuff. Like this little car we bought, it was going to the junker. It doesn't have a motor or anything in it. We thought, well, we'll just make that into a flower bed. So we bought it and brought it we bought it here. But most of the cars, they were Dad's. Most of all this antique stuff was my dad's. So.
My grandpa collects antique stuff.
Does he? That's cool. Yeah, that's just what he did. He started it, and then I got the dinosaurs and all that stuff.
That's
So
awesome.
we've added, but we've just added to my dad's buildings, you know. Hey guys, how are ya?
Good.
Where y'all from? Are you guys walking?
I am.
Are you crazy?
Coast to coast. Yeah.
Coast to coast?
Yeah.
Where did you start at?
Newport Beach in Southern California, and I'm Annie at Virginia Beach.
Is that where you're from?
No. From San Diego, so close.
Okay.
But yeah.
I was born in Santa Ana and Tustin.
Okay.
So that's why I was like, I know that.
Oh,
We used to
yeah.
hang out at those beaches when we were little.
Yeah, Corona Del Mar is where I have my feet in the ocean. And
Okay.
started from there.
My mom and dad were from Missouri, and they moved to California when they were really young. And my dad was the train robber at Knott's Berry Farm.
No way.
Yeah, small world, huh? But anyway, so I have all of his stuff. When he passed away, I was going through all of his clothes for my mom. And I said, who are these little kids' vests belong to? She said, oh, those were your dad's when he worked at Knott's Berry Farm. And I was like, what? So yeah, he was the train. So it's funny, when we moved here, I couldn't find my birth certificate, so I said to George, I got to send it off to California. When it came back then they put the parents' occupation on there. And it said on mine, it said he was an entertainer, and I asked my brother, I said, what's on yours? And he said, I don't know, let me look, and it says train bandit. So my dad was the train bandit at Knott's Berry Farm.
Wow,
So
that's
anyway,
great.
but yeah, this was my parents' place.
cool.
So welcome.
Do you have any drinks?
Yeah, up
Okay.
underneath the pavilion, there's some sodas and some water, some watermelon ice cream. Help yourself.
Okay.
Chips are up there and everything.
In
Yeah,
here?
look around.
Or
So
up
what,
there,
are you
up
walking
there.
with
Yeah.
him?
Go right there where them folks
Came
are
down
standing.
for the weekend.
You come right around here, just
Okay,
head
so
straight
hold
up
on a
here.
second. So what do you mean you came down
When
for
did
the
you start
weekend?
walking?
How'd you
I live
catch
in
up?
Illinois.
Today's like day 94. Yeah,
So you're gonna
I didn't
walk
have a
today?
beard in my
Just today.
No, I have a
Walking.
but
Where
yeah.
do you
10 miles.
where do you sleep at
Oh,
night?
you're only
I don't
gonna
see
do
you have a
10
tent
miles.
right there.
So
he's only
we
gonna do
drove, yeah, we spent a couple days ago. We drove down from Illinois.
Get you about
So-
Bodar.
And so I'm staying in a hotel. I usually have a stroller with me with all my gear.
So you're gonna walk.
So
to
sometimes I
Springfield
can't.
then?
Not all the time.
No.
Mostly it's in town. So motel, hotel, stayed at friends' places. So a little bit of
You know
everything.
that,
What's the
right?
hardest
So
part
like
so
just to
far?
get to
Like
Hometown,
what's the
that's
hardest
3
state you've
miles.
walked through?
Well,
It'd be about the Bodarkest 10 miles.
yeah, but
He's got it all mapped out.
You know, I went through the Rockies in northern New Mexico, and there were just there's long walks,
Are
a
you
reservation
to
through
walk?
Arizona where there
Yeah,
was
that's
not
cool.
a
So you're not
town
gonna do no more
for
than 10 miles.
65
I have to
miles.
go back.
And so, you know,
So
I did
he's
the
gonna
Mojave
keep walking.
Desert in the
So
southwest.
you
I
guys
didn't
are
get the
friends,
heat,
or-
but it was like
and
94
what is
miles
he
between
doing?
buildings and towns, so I had to camp throughout the desert.
That's cool.
So now it's like, you know, you
Texted
walk
him and asked if I could come
a
join.
couple
Yeah.
minutes and now there's a town, which is nice,
How
but
fun.
Yeah.
you know,
Everybody
East
needs
New
an
Mexico
outfit
and West
down-
Kansas
down the street.
really spread out, so it's, towns are starting to get closer and closer. So I
That's
had
fun.
places I get
Cool.
food,
How long
water
has
every
he been
day.
doing this?
I see people every day now.
Yeah.
That's good.
So it's like, yeah,
That is
it's kind of
good. So
interesting how
where's
it's
the
shaped up that way.
Right?
Yeah.
Where's all the
And then
skiers
to
and stuff?
Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach. No real significance at this point of Virginia
Stayed
Beach.
in
We'll see what
Springfield,
happens though.
Right?
But yeah, I
Right.
just saw. I used to live in New York, so I was like, I don't need to finish in New
So
York
you
City.
guys,
That seemed like kind of an
you
iconic
walk
place
this
to
way and
end.
then you're going back.
So-
Am I going through Maine?
Down to
That was a